What is up, guys? It's TheGreatWall back at it again with another video. Today we are here with another experiment. Today we are going to see what happens if I let the CPU rebuild the Washington Nationals. As you guys may or may not know or remember, I did rebuild the Nationals. We did win ourselves a World Series. I think it took like 6 seasons. I can't remember exactly, but it did take us a few seasons. But I wanted to see if the CPU could rebuild this Nationals team within 10 years. So the CPU has 10 years to take this team to the World Series. Will they get it done? Probably not, because the CPU is very odd in terms of rebuilding, um, especially a rebuilding roster. So I'm very interested to see how they do things. But that being said, I do not have the most faith in them. But this is a team going into season one. It's a regular team, nothing too fancy. I need them to update the roster because James Wood is no longer 75. He's like an 80 at least. A lot of these guys deserve upgrades. Like Mackenzie Gore, been pitching out of his mind recently. Um, yeah. That being said, this is a team going to season one. Let's see if they make any trades. See what they do. So that being said, I'm gonna start simming. All right. So the first trade they make is Mitch Keller for Dylan Cruz. That might possibly be the dumbest trade I've ever seen in my life. All right, that actually probably just set them back 5 years. And we trade Samuel Basallo for Luis Garcia, which also might be one of the dumbest trades ever. You could have gotten way more than Samuel Basallo for Luis Garcia. I'm pretty sure I traded him for like three decent prospects, and they traded him for Samuel Basallo. That's a terrible trade. They trade Brock Stewart for Paul DeJong. I don't mind that. Paul DeJong's not very good anyway. Brock Stewart's at least decent, so that's an okay trade in my opinion. We trade Ahmed Rosario for DL Hall. It's an okay trade, I guess. We trade Thyron Liranzo for Nasim Nunez. Alright then. Alright, we are at the All-Star break. Home Run Derby, we don't have anyone. Hold on, I don't want to see their votes. I just want to see who's in it and who is not in it. Alright, All-Star voting. Who do we have in the All-Star game? Keibert Ruiz is our All-Star. I'm guessing. I don't think we're going to have two in here. Of course, Ahmed Rosario, who is actually apparently doing pretty well for us, is here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have anyone else on our team. Yeah. Who did we trade for Dylan Cruz? Oh yeah, so Dylan Cruz is not here. So that's something. That being said, let's sim to their draft picks and see who they got. We trade they trade Jacob Young for Theo Guillen, Xavier Isaac, and Mac Horvath. I actually do not mind that trade that much. That's not a terrible trade. Got a couple of really good young prospects. I don't know if Mac Horvath is good, but two very good prospects for Jacob Young. I don't mind that. We also trade Stone Garrett for Ryan Murphy and Matt Higgins. I don't know who either of those people are. We trade Nathaniel Lowe for Walbert Urena and Alexander Ramirez. I don't I don't know how I feel about that, but we have been very active this trade window right before the trade deadline. We trade C.J. Abrams for Michael Arroyo and Troy Taylor. That's a terrible trade. That's a terrible trade. All right. View the draft picks. Okay, so they got this guy who's not terrible. Okay, so they got some somewhat decent players. Oh, this guy's a 75 overall, but he's got 60 potential. So if they're smart, they trade him as soon as he comes in. But could have been a better draft. Could have been worse. But I'll see you guys at the end of the year and see how they finish off. All right, so the Nationals finished 64-98. See how their team looks at the end of the year. Obviously, Mitch Keller, DJ, Brock Stewart, who's not terrible actually. Mitchell Parker, Mackenzie Gore. At least James Wood's still here. I'm gonna be very sad if they trade him. Who are the other players that they got? Jesus, who are the other guys? They got this guy, I'm pretty sure. Xavier Isaac, not bad, going up a little bit. Samuel Basayo going up a decent amount, but still, him for, I don't even remember who it was straight up, but not a good deal. Tyron, not bad. Michael Arroyo, okay, he's growing. Walbert Urena, I mean, they didn't get the worst prospects in the world, but for what they gave up was not like any good deals. I mean, okay, so this Matt Horvath guy isn't terrible. That's good to know. But yeah, that being said, let's just get through. Let's just look at the league leaders. I don't think we're gonna have anyone anywhere for anything because we got rid of all of our good players. Anyone? Wow, this is sad. This is sad. Alright, pitching war, Skeens is the best. Mitchell Parker, DL Hall. Okay, I forgot they got him. Not bad. Mitch Keller, Brock Stewart. Brock Stewart a starter? He's not, so he actually just did very well. Alright, hitters. I don't imagine us having anyone. We might have like one or two at most, but I don't imagine us like having multiple. We don't even have one. Wow, that's sad. Not even a singular player for batting war. What about awards? Who won some awards? I just wanted to see if what's his name got here. If Dylan Cruz got here. But any nationals anywhere. It's not looking like it. So we get no awards whatsoever. It's just sim out the postseason. Who wins it? Twins beat the Phillies. Alright. Good for them. Shout out Charlie Morton. Shout out Max Scherzer. He better be in the Hall. Oh, he actually didn't have a terrible season. Yes, sir. Max Scherzer in the Hall. We like that. We do like that. That being said, I'm just gonna keep simming and see what they do in the offseason. It's gonna go very weird, very quick. So we get Victor Robles back for Brady House. That is not a good trade. Not a good trade. We trade Yohandy Morales for TJ Antone. That is also a terrible trade. Alright, we are at the draft lottery. We have the third best odds. You can't see because my face is in the way. See where they land. Show me something. So they say at number 3, the Royals jump up to number 1. Rockies get shafted, fall to number 5. But yeah, we stay where we are. I don't mind that. But yeah, just keep simming. We trade Holden Powell for Taijuan Walker. 3 years ago, that probably would have been a good trade, but I don't know about that now. Alright, this is a team going into year 2. We have Lane Thomas back. We get him back for some reason. I don't mind it. Victor Robles is back with the Nationals. That's something, I guess. Jorge Mateo, we picked up. Yohan Moncada, Andrew Wantz. I mean, we got Paul DeYoung back after we just traded him. I guess that's cool. Sean Reed Foley. I mean, they did make a lot of moves in the offseason. Kiebert's still their best catcher. Juan Yepes is their best first baseman now. Yeah. This team got 1,000 times worse. The problem with this team is they can't decide if they want to win now or win in the future, so they just make stupid trades. They got Zach Veen as well. Alright. Yeah, they can't decide if they want to win now or in, 5 years. But that being said, we're going to just start simming. I'll see you guys at the All-Star break. We trade Travis Sikora for Sammy Stefura and Giancarlo Navarro. Alright then. We trade Jackson Rutledge for Henry Bolte. Okay. We lose Andrew Lara to the Marlins. Alright, we are at the All-Star break. Home Run Derby. Not a single person. Let's show the All-Stars. None of our players there. Wow, okay. Oh, it looks like Andrew Wants is going to probably be our only... oh, Juan Yepes is actually an all-star as well. Anyone else? I doubt it. Yeah. Alright, so we have two all-stars for some unknown reason to everyone. We'll take that. But let's see how the rest of the the trade deadline goes. We trade Cade Cavalli for Yason Morobel and Colin Patrick. Alright. We trade Mitch Keller for Luis Perez and Tom Banks. So the person we got for Dylan Cruz is now getting flipped for hopefully something decent. See potential, see potential, and he's already going down. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up nice and easily. We trade James Wood for Hitaki Oka and Keibert Ruiz for Vinny Lantiga and Yohan Moncada for Samuel Ochoa. Holy. We trade Merrick Baldo for Cameron Cooley. Oh my god. Sell the team. Let's view these draft picks. Okay, this guy's not bad. It's like they're getting some actual decent, what's it called? Some decent potential guys in here that might actually help them win in the future. The only problem is they traded all of our good young players. Like, damn. Damn, and it looks like we didn't get anything good in any of those trades. Like, not a singular good player. Who's our highest potential now? Okay, so this guy that we traded for, I'm pretty sure James Wood, might have been the stupidest fucking trade I've ever seen. I mean, some of these trades are just so stupid. Alright, let's sim to the end of the year. We finished 62 and 100. Let's see what the roster looks like. The roster looks atrocious. I don't know how they managed to get worse. Literally, all they had to do was make no trades and let their players develop, and this team would have been good. Like, that's all they had to do. Was just nothing. Just don't do anything, don't touch anything. But instead, they blew up the entire roster for no reason. But hey, that's the CPU for you. I don't think we're going to have a single... Oh, Victor Obel's fourth for stolen bases. We like that. We do like that. CJ Abrams, of course, on the other side, doing well. And Nasim Nunez as well. I don't think we're going to have... Oh, DJ Harris, second for ERA. Not bad. Third for strikeouts for him, too. Alright, pitching war. He had to be up here. DJ Harris, 3.5. Anyone else? No one else. No. Oh, Andrew Wants with a 1.6. Alright, good for him, I guess. Batting war, I'm assuming we didn't have a single player. If I had to take a wild guess, wild shot in the dark, we didn't have a singular player. And that would seem to be correct. Yeah. But Luis Garcia, who we once had, was on here. Anyone else that we used to have on our team? No. Alright. Alright. Let's look at the awards. We didn't have anyone. Alright, not a single person. You know the drill. Sim to the off season. Oh, our AA team won the championship. Not bad. Dodgers beat the Guardians. That's cool. Liam Hendricks. Clayton Kershaw. Wow. Didn't have, a couple bad years here. Kenley, though, only gets 9 saves in his last year. Alright. Clayton Kershaw and Kenley Jansen both in the Hall of Fame. You like to see that. You do like to see that. But let's sim through the offseason and see how bad this team gets. We trade Michael Arroyo for Slade Cecchioni. I already think that's a terrible trade to begin with. We trade Brock Stewart for Ruben Ibarra and Ethan O'Donnell. We trade Hyun Il Choi for Maui Ahuna. Alright, we're at the draft lottery. Third best odds yet again. See where we finish up. See where we finish. We do fall down to number 4. Unfortunately, we fall 1. Royals jump up 6 spots yet again. Wow, so they've gotten bailed out twice. Alright, see if they make any more moves. We trade Lane Thomas for Sam Hilliard and Jonathan Lasagna. Wow. We trade Lucius Lucas for Braden Taylor and Homer Bush Jr. I actually do not mind that. It's not terrible. Alright, the team heading into Season 3 looks like this. Johnny Lasagna, Sam Hilliard, Slade Cecchione, I mean, wow. This is hard to look at. Nate Pearson, who's a closing pitcher now for some reason. I mean, jeez, this team sucks. Braden Taylor's not terrible, at least. Samuel Basayo's getting the call. I mean, this team, it hurts to see how bad they did with this. But it is what it is. We're going to start simming, see if it gets any better, but I doubt it does. So I'll see you guys at the All-Star break. We lose Max Kranick to the Rays. We lose Steven Wilson to the Royals. We lose Brandon Young to the Rays. We trade Mickey Moniak for Jesus Torres. Alright. We trade Nick Maton for Dwight Cooper. Alright. Alright, we are here at the All-Star break. Home Run Derby. Doubt we have anyone. Of course we do not. Oh, we just traded someone. Who the hell did we trade? Hold on. Go back. Okay, so we traded Sam Hilliard for Mario Jimenez, Jonah Cox, and Santiago Acevedo. Alright. That's something, I guess. But let's see the All-Star voting. Did we have a singular player? TJ Harris. Makes sense. He's a beast. Probably our only one if I had to guess. Luis Garcia is an All-Star now, of course. Oh, Alex Freeland. He used to be on the Dodgers. Yeah, so we only have one, and it's DJ Harris, which I don't completely, I don't mind it. But that being said, let's go ahead, sim to the, well, actually, we're just going to keep simming. I know we're probably going to make like 10 trades, so it is what it is. Alright, so they didn't make a single trade during the deadline, which is insane, but this might be one of the worst draft classes I've seen from this team. It is obviously the worst that we've seen, but it is not good whatsoever. Alright. We'll sim to the end of the year, see if they can finish out strong, or I don't even know anymore. Alright, we finished 62 and 100 yet again. See what the team looks like. This is a team at the end of the year. I mean, like, they kept the starting pitcher core together, and look at how good it is. Like, don't get me wrong, their stats aren't great, but their overalls are actually decent. Like, now imagine if they would have kept all the other guys, too. But it is what it is. Alright. I mean, the team isn't good. It's not going to be good ever, probably. That being said, let's take a look at the league leaders. Do we have anyone? A whole lot of red there. Wow. This is kind of sad. Wow, we didn't have a single player anywhere. Pitching war. Show me something, please. Someone. DJ Harris, 3.4. Mackenzie Gore, 2.6. Mitchell Parker, 2.5. And then Jake Irvin with 1.5. Alright. Batting war. Can we finally get one player on here? Please, just one. I don't care who it is. Just show me someone. And it's not looking like we do. Of course, Nathaniel Lowe is here. Or Lau, whatever the hell his name is. Darren Baker with a 3.1. That's, you know what? I'll take that. I will gladly take that. Alright. You know the drill. Sim to the offseason. Phillies beat the Twins. Alright. See who retired. Shout out Michael Walker, the GOAT. Chris Sale retires. That's not the craziest thing in the world. No Hall of Famers. Alright, I'll see you guys when they start making some moves. We trade Alex Planteni for Daniel Espino. Alright. Alright, draft lottery. We do have the #1 odds at the #1 overall pick. The Royals have the third best odds, which means they're going to get it again. If they get it for the third year in a row, that would be actually insane. Actually insane. They get no, we fall down 2 spots. Rockies get #1, Reds get #2. We get #3 for like the third year in a row. At least the Royals didn't get it, so that's something. The Rangers claimed Jose Corniel off waivers from us. All right, heading into season 4, this is what our team looks like. We pick up Camilo Doval, which is not bad. Daniel Espino. It looks like we did lose Mackenzie Gore. Not surprised. I mean, this team is still god awful. I mean, at least they still have some of these like prospects who are kind of developing. Hopefully, they just get massive jumps this year and can actually be good. But yeah, it looks like it feels like we're gonna be in for another year of just absolute like sadness, especially for all my Nationals fans out there. But who knows? Maybe this is the year they actually start to turn it around. I doubt it. Just looking at this team, like we have Javier Baez on this team now, which is like why? Like why do we have him here? He hit 190 last year in the 16. I mean, he's played like 30 games in the last however many years. Dylan Carlson. I mean, God. Okay, yeah, this is not going to go well. But let's just start simming, see how it goes. We trade Alexander Ramirez, Jesus Torres, and Eric Hurt for Yuanier Herrera. Okay. We trade Giancarlo Navarro for Luke Ritter. We trade Samuel Basayo for Brian Rocchio. Which, like, why are we trading him when we literally traded one of our best prospects for him? Jose Tena for Roger Kazarian. Alright, home run derby. No one from our team. Surprise, surprise. Let's see which one of our players is an all-star this year. Roki Sasaki doing very well. Good for him. Probably whoever our closer is. No, it's not a closer. Xavier Isaac hitting 280. That's not bad. Not bad. For the lad himself. All right, but that's our only one. Yeah, let's see who they drafted, and yeah, you know the drill. We trade Jose Ferrer for Blaze Jordan and Jose Sanchez. I don't mind that. I really don't mind that at all, actually. Javier Baez for Sandy Castaneda. All right. Sammy Stafura for Zeke Kim and Maui Ohuna. All right. We are at the draft class. Horrendous. This guy's decent. The rest of them absolute shitters. Yeah, I don't see them winning a World Series anytime soon. So that being said, let's keep simming and see how it goes for us. All right, they finished 68 and 94, which is better than the last couple of years. Oh, we had some league leaders. Frank Doherty. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, he's not a rookie. This is his second year. Actually, he might actually be rookie eligible. I don't know, but 328, good for him. Second for hits. We might have a future star on our hands right here as long as they don't trade him. Frank Doherty, third for on-base percentage. Not bad. Not bad whatsoever. DJ Harris, second for home runs allowed. Is this team actually starting to turn a page here? I'm like a little bit worried because I know that means they're probably going to start trading players, but let's see. Any of our pitchers here, DJ Harris 3, Mitchell Parker with a 3. Anyone else? Anyone else? Jarlin Susano with a 1.7 in his rookie year, not bad. Hitting wise, I'm assuming Doherty's going to be here somewhere. I hope. Frank Doherty with a 4.3. Alright. We do like that. Doesn't hit many home runs, but, you know, his power is not very high. But wow, he had a great jump this year. We like that. Who else? Anyone? Or is he our only one? Is he our only shining hope? Xavier Isaac with a 3. Also jumped a lot this year. 32 tanks. We like that. Alright. What about awards? We had to have won like Rookie of the Year or something. We did. So we get the batting title for Frank Doherty. We get Rookie of the Year Xavier Isaac. I like that. I do like that. Um, let's see. Anyone else do anything cool or exciting? Oh, Xavier Isaac second for Silver Slugger at first base. Nope, and that's it. But all around, not a bad year. How does the team look at the end? Pretty good. I mean, Frank Doherty, please keep him around for a while. Same with Xavier Isaac. I mean, you guys have built the core. Just keep them together, please. Like, this team isn't actually that bad, but you know the drill. Sim to the offseason. Braves beat the Red Sox. So, let's see who retires. Um, anyone important? Shout out Tim Anderson. Down goes Anderson. All right. That being said, I'll see you guys when they start making some moves. All right, we're at the draft lottery. We have the 5th best odds. Is this finally the year we get it? Please give us the number 1 overall pick. We deserved it last year. We didn't get it. Give it to me this year. Come on. We fall down to number 6. The Pirates jump up to number 2. Marlins jump up to number 1. That sucks. All right. We trade Gregory Soto. No, we get Gregory Soto for Josh Pins, Santiago Acevedo, and Eduardo Salazar. That's probably a terrible deal. All right, the team heading into season 5. We get Francisco Alvarez, DJ Harris. Okay. Frank Doherty's still here, which we like to see. Xavier Isaac. This team might actually be ready to compete for a playoff spot soon. We like that. But that being said, we're going to just start simming. We trade Brian Rocchio for Matt Waldron. All right. Steven Wilson for Canyon Brown. I have a feeling we're about to start blowing up the roster again. I don't want them to. Dante Nori for Carmen Ortiz. I don't know if that's a good deal or not. And we trade Francisco Alvarez for Connie Cutler and Hiroki Hinojo. Yep, they're blowing up the roster again. Why do they always do this? You guys built a solid core. Just keep building around it. Don't just blow it up every fucking season. Come on. And we get two, like, we don't even get anything good out of it. Come on. That's terrible. Not a single A potential player for Francisco Alvarez. Don't get me wrong, he's not having the greatest start to the year, but he's not bad. Come on. We trade Michael Massey for Jim Ortega. Alright, Home Run Derby. We don't have anyone here. Surprise, surprise. Yeah. Alright, who is our all-star? Not a pitcher so far. Still not a pitcher. Caden Wallace is our all-star. Caden Wallace is our all-star. Alright. This is hard to watch. Alright. That being said, you know the drill. We're just going to sim to the... we're just going to keep simming. We trade Camilo Doval for Stanley Garden and Victor Acosta. Yep, we're blowing up the roster. I don't foresee us winning a World Series ever. And we trade Xavier Isaac for Eduardo Batista. Oh my god. Why do they do this? Why do they keep doing that? Alright, and the draft class also sucks. I mean, god, they can't get out of their own ways. Like, sim to the end of the year, see how the team finishes. Alright, we finished 72 and 90. Which is good. What does this team look like? Hunter Brown. Frank Doherty's potential went down. We had a good year again. It's like this team was right there. This team was literally right there. They were knocking on the doors of being good. And they blew up the roster for like the 8th year in a row. They never seem to get out of their own way, unfortunately. I mean, this guy's not bad, but he's not Xavier Isaac. Considering we didn't even have a first baseman. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Alright. Take a look at the league leaders. Did we have anyone anywhere? Not a single Curly W. Oh, Mitchell Parker, actually. My apologies. He's the only one. Alright, pitching war, you know the drill. Do we have anyone here? Mitchell Parker, Hunter Brown. Did we get him in the middle of the year? No, he was here the entire year. My fault, I didn't even see him. TJ Hare's not bad. I'm assuming we didn't have any hitters because they trade all of our good hitters away. And my theory would be correct. I mean, CJ Abrams, beast. Luis Garcia, beast. Yep, and that pretty much sums it up. I'm assuming we didn't have any award winners. Anyone probably on the award lists at all. Oh, Joey Loperfido wins himself a Gold Glove in left field. Good for him. All right, that's it. That was year 5. I'll sim to the offseason. You guys know. And Twins will beat the Phillies. So the Twins have won it twice since we started this sim. So that's something. No Hall of Famers. Yeah, see you guys when they start making moves. We trade Braden Taylor for Albert Segura. Alright. Alright, draft lottery time. We do have the 6th best odds, which means we're probably going to fall down to like number 8, if I had to guess. Is it our turn to jump? No, we stay at 6, but 2 other teams jump up. Brewers got number 1, Pirates got number 2. Alright. We acquired Jared Olowski for Seaver King, Theo Guillen, and Roger Kazarian. Alright, the roster heading into year 6. We got Wilyer Abreu. We got Bryce Terang, Bo Naylor. I mean, we're picking up pieces. Please, can we just go like one full season with keeping them on the team before we blow it up? That's all I'm asking for. Please. Just give us one full year. Oh, this is the younger Naylor brother. Okay. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, this team is decent. This team is all around very decent. We just need them to perform and we need for them not to blow up the entire roster just for the hell of it. So that being said, let's go ahead. Let's keep simming. See if they can finally do it. But I don't think they will. We trade Slade Cecchione for Britt Richard. Alright. Aubrey Quintero for Julian Aguirre. I think that's how you say that. I could be wrong. Sorry. Matt Waldron for Jonathan Lima. Alright, we're at the All-Star break. Home Run Derby. Don't think we have anyone. We do not. All-Star. Who is our All-Star? Jake Irvin is no longer on our team. Of course, he leaves our team and immediately becomes an All-Star. Nolan is going to be probably our All-Star this year. The only one, I should say. Jesus made up to an 85 at the ripe old age of 22. We like that. Good for him. Dylan Cruz is finally hitting his stride. Would have been nice if he was on our team when this was happening. But yeah, it's just Nolan. That's okay. We trade Bryce Terang for Framey De Leon, Zach Gunn, and Houston Kelly. Alright. Oh! Big hit on Carlos Estrada. Ray Morris. Oh! 81 overall. This has to be the draft class that turns the page. This draft class is way too good to not become something. Like, these two guys need to lead this team to the promised land. Holy. Alright. Sim to the end of the year, see how they do. Alright, 60 and 102 I think is our worst possible season. But, yeah. Let's see how the team looks at the end of the year. Hunter Brown, I mean, we still got the main core. The team doesn't look bad. They just didn't perform, and that's really all you need to know. That the team didn't perform the way they needed to, but I still see a lot of potential around this team. This guy has not gone up enough. But yeah, that being said, you know the drill. Awards, we had an award winner? Oh, we had a couple. So Batista, 3rd for Rookie of the Year. Bo Naylor wins Gold Glove at catcher. Batista wins a Gold Glove at 3rd. Abreu wins a Gold Glove in right. Nolan 2nd for Silver Slugger. Alright, so we did have a couple award winners. Let's look at the league leaders. Only 3 complete games this year. That's kind of funny. Alright, pitching war. Who do we have? Do we have anyone at this point? Hunter Brown 2.4, Susana 2.2, DJ 2.1. Alright. Hitting war, we gotta have a couple people here, please. Batista 4.2. That's it. Alright. Sim to the offseason. Mets beat the Red Sox in the World Series. Alright. Anyone important retire? Javier Baez. I mean, yeah, it's about damn time. Jose Altuve in the Hall of Fame. Nolan Arenado also in the Hall of Fame. Good for them. We trade Chris Chavez for Harrison Milton. Alright, we're at the draft lottery. We have the #1 odds. Are we going to get the #1 overall pick for the first time through the draft lottery? I highly doubt it. I sincerely highly doubt it. We stay at #1, which is exactly what you like to see. We will take it. We trade Albert Segura for Andres Cordova. Steve Alvarado for Jason Foley. We get Alec Boehm for Lucas Braun and David Sung. Alright. We lose Walter Pennington to the Marlins. Alright, the team heading into year 7, I believe. Right, this is year 7. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, year 7. Sorry, a little bit slow here. We get Luis Garcia back after we pretty much gave him away for the best years of his career. Ray Morris, who we did draft last year. I mean, the team doesn't look completely terrible, but it's not a good team. They need to call him up. Realistically, they need to call this guy up right now. Carlos Estrada, he's got to be the future. I mean, the team has a lot of good pieces, but I don't think they're going to put it together this year. We trade Luis Perez for Nick York. We trade Frank Doherty for Isaac Paredes, Carson Bench, and Kevin Parado. Why? Why? This team was doing so well. Why do they constantly do this to themselves? It's in 335. Jesus. We lose Giovanni Teal off of to the Astros. Sorry. Lose David Sandlin to the Rays. Home Run Derby. Who do we have? No one. Let's see who our All-Star is, because I'm assuming we only have one. Alright. Daniel Lynch, good for him. Francisco Alvarez, of course, this year was once on our team. Alec Boehm is probably going to be, I mean, he's hitting the shit out of baseball. Good for him, but Frank Doherty, also an all-star. CJ Abrams, also an all-star. 2 guys that we had. Yeah, so Boehm is our only all-star, which is okay, but let's keep simming. We trade Alec Boehm, our only all-star, for 2 pitchers. This team is allergic to winning. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't mind that. Actually, that's not a terrible trade. I take it back. But this team is allergic to winning. We'd send Alec Boehm right back for some reason. Alright. We get Luis Robert Jr. for Jim Ortega, Zeke Kim, and Sandy Castaneda. Alright. We get Hayden Birdsong for Zach Gunn and Houston Kelly. Alright. You know, this isn't a terrible draft. These 2 guys hopefully can develop. The rest of these guys are kind of pointless, but we lose Nick Mears to the Cubs. We finished 80 and 82. We started off hot, and then we kind of just cooled off. That's our best season. Hopefully, this means they aren't going to blow up the roster at the beginning of next year. Hayden Birdsong, who was a relief pitcher, I turned him to a starter to help this team out. But yeah, Andy Woodson's decent. I mean, like, this team is right there. This team is right there. They just need maybe a couple pieces. Unfortunately, I think those pieces are the ones that they trade away. But hopefully, this means they're not going to blow up the roster. League leaders, we had a couple. Okay, so Isaac Paredes 3rd for walks. Julian Aguilar. was first for losses. Eli Morgan fourth for saves. Good for him. Aguilar first for ERA. Hunter Brown fifth for pitching WAR. Actually, that's very good. Who else? Aguilar 2.5. Susana 1.9. Yeah. Batting WAR. Who did we have? Did we have anyone? Jesus, this is the problem. We never have anyone that's actually good. 3.4 for Abreu, 3.4 for Paredes, but we need more. Like we need more. Like go get this guy. This guy's a beast. That being said, you know the drill. Sim to the offseason. Red Sox lose to the Phillies in the World Series. Anyone of importance? Shout out Bruzdar. No Hall of Famers. Alright. See you when they make some moves. We trade Dario Laverde for Matthew Thompson. Alright. We trade Hunter Brown for Spencer Steer and Danny McGraw. Alright, we have like the 15th best odds at number 1, which means we're not going to get it. So, I wasn't expecting us to after an 80 and 82 season, but I think we're going to take a massive decline, unfortunately. We stay at 15. Angels jump up to number 1. Alright. Alright, the roster heading into year 8 looks like this. They got 3 years left to try to figure this thing out. I don't think this is a World Series winning team, unfortunately. Estrada's at least developing pretty well. They still have this culture. I mean, this team is there. This team has been there for a few years. It just needs to stop blowing up their roster every time it doesn't go well. We trade Walbert Urena for Matthew Liberatore. Alright. Alright, we are here at the Home Run Derby. Anyone from our team? That would be incorrect. Who is our all-star? Who is going to be the one? Anyone? Looks like it's going to be Kevin Parada as our one and only all-star. Unless, of course, Frank Doherty. It really bothers me that they got rid of him. Anyone else? No. Alright. That being said, let's just keep simming. We're in a good spot. Hopefully they can finish this year off strong. We trade Isaac Paredes for Enrique Espinosa. Alright. Alright, so they had a stinker of a draft class. I mean, none of these guys are going to be anything good, but we did not make the postseason because of this last month where we lost in like 90% of our games. Come on, 84 and 78 doesn't get us into the postseason. Wow. We would have won one more game. I'm guessing if we won one more game, we would have been in. If we won one more game, we probably would have had a chance of making it in. That is actually horrendous. We just needed 2 wins. We needed 2 wins. We win this game, we win this game, we win any of these games. We're in the postseason. And the team was like 80 and 60 going into like the last month. They were like 80 and 60 going into the last month, and they fucking sold it. Oh my god, it always happens. Alright, how does the team look at the end of the year? The team is so good, it's just... The team's actually good. But it's just like, they can't get out of their own ways. League leaders, anyone of importance? Wow, 4 Braves, that's crazy. Cutter Crawford, 5th for losses. Alright, just show me the pitching war. Anyone from our team. Cutter Crawford with a 2.5. Stu with a 2.1. Espino with a 1.7, that's it. Any hitters here? We need to have some hitters here, come on. Come on. Spencer Steer, 4.1. Nolan, 3.8. Tyler Freeman, 3.7. Alright. They have 2 more years to win it. 2 more years to win it. Oh. Cardinals beat the White Sox in the World Series. I did actually forget to do one thing, and that was look at the awards. Any Nationals players anywhere? Oh, we had two actually. Second place for Tyler Freeman for Gold Glove, and I think that was Willie Abreu second for Gold Glove in right field. All right. That being said, though, sim to the offseason. Jesse Winker, shout out to a Nationals legend. He didn't even play like at all in the last few years. Manny Machado and Mike Trout into the Hall of Fame. Man, what would have been if Mike Trout didn't get hurt so much? See when they make some moves. We trade Cole Henry for Zach Kokoska. All right. All right, the team heading into year 9. We did get Volpe in the offseason. Okay, I like that a little bit. The team is right there. This has to be the year we finally make the playoffs. If not, this challenge is going to be a massive failure. That being said, we're going to start simming. This has to be the year. Come on, guys, put it together. We trade Tyler Freeman for Mark Zarco. All right, we're at the Home Run Derby. We don't have anyone here, unfortunately. Yeah. Let's see who our all-star is. No. Okay, so it's a hitter. It's Luis Garcia, who is rapidly declining. Alright, terrible draft class as always. 78 overall, but he's going to start going down. This has to be the year that they make the postseason. It has to be. We make the postseason at 83 and 79. This is what the team looks like. This guy had a massive jump. We like that. This team... Oh, man, I don't know if this is a World Series winning roster. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. League leaders. There we go. Harrison Milton. Oh, it's shutouts. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Alright, pitching war. Who do we have? Who do we have? Jeff Stu, 2.6. Julian Aguari, 1.9. Brady Singer with 1.9. Hitting, we need to have a couple, right? Manuel Rodriguez, 4.1, not bad. Carson Bench, 3.3. All right. This has to be the year they win it. And they immediately get swept. All right. Sim the postseason. Orioles beat the Braves. This is going into the last year of this experiment. Shohei and Mookie Betts both in the Hall of Fame. It makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. We trade Joan Adone for Carson Simas and Marco Minoso. Cam Grimsley for Chris Botts and Jose Almanzar. Luis Encarnacion for Matthew Liberatore again, for some reason. Jared Olosky for Robbie Waddell. Oh, they made a big-time signing. Mustafa Berg, who is a 95 overall. That is probably the jump that we needed. We trade Jason Batista for Matt Allen. The team heading into our final season, this has to be the year. I mean, the team really is not that good, but it's now or it's never. Like, literally now or never. So, hopefully they can figure it out as a team, and they can get themselves a World Series win. But, yeah, I'll see you guys at the All-Star break. We trade Kevin Parada for Chris Kah. All right. We lose Logan Allen to the Mariners. All right, Home Run Derby. Let's see. Nobody. What's it called? The Braves have 3 though, which is insane. Good for them. All right, let's see who our All-Star was. It wasn't the starter that we had. Andy Woodson is gonna probably be the only one that we have, if I had to guess. Do we have anyone else? No. Alright, so this guy is a massive bust. They're all busts. I mean, it's this year anyway, so this doesn't matter, but it is what it is. And we finish 80 and 82, and we do not make the playoffs. Same thing. It looked like our last month was just absolutely atrocious. Hitaka, fourth for RBIs. Strikeouts, Mustafa Berg. He had a good year-ish. All right, pitching WAR. Let's see. Mustafa 3.9. Harrison Milton with a 3. Jeff Stew with a 2.6. I mean, this team had all the makings of winning a World Series. Not even winning a World Series, but making the playoffs. And they just couldn't get it done. Rodriguez with a 5.3. Yeah, it looks like the only one we have, unfortunately. It's crazy because we had him. Andy Rodriguez. Like, we had a few of these players on this list. But the team, unfortunately, just does not like to keep players. Because why would they? That being said, we did, well, not us. The CPU did fail to build a World Series winning team in 10 years. Alright, that's going to be it for this one. If you guys like this style of video, let me know down in the comments below, because I want to do this for every single team and see what the CPU likes to do. That being said, thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.